No, Ethan, go from the other side.
Why?
Let's get like 3 strawberries since they're only $1.19. It's really good. Mate, you gotta check them first, Evan. You can't just grab. You gotta make sure they all look good. You look inside to make sure it looks good. Did you grab some grapes yet? What is Ethan doing? Ethan, what are you doing?
Feel uninvited. Left home in West LA. I'm not excited. So uninspired. On my way to play the bay while you're alone. This girl's a wonder.
What are you doing?
Want to see the camera?
You want to see yourself?
Yeah.
Can you see yourself?
Yeah.
You look cool?
Yes.
Hey! Hey, shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
Like, oh, my glasses falling. My glasses falling.
Shoot! Shoot! Shoot!
Oh, my glasses falling.
You are funny. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Today is Monday, March 9th, and I'm actually about to... Welcome back to the vlog! I'm actually about to run to Walmart to grab a few things, so I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Welcome back to the channel. I'm actually getting a box ready to send my brother, so we just need a box. So I think Walmart sells boxes, so I'm gonna run to Walmart, grab a box. I also need to grab some laundry stuff, and
Mommy, what is that thingy?
I had one other thing and I can't remember what it was. So anyways, let's go. Cheese. You're so cute.
I'm going to channel. Bye.
All right, guys. So, I wasn't sure how I wanted to film this video. I was gonna do like a whole sit down for Ethan's update from his last cardiology appointment, but it's just been crazy. Things have been hectic, and I kind of just gotta roll with the punches, film when I can, you know, get content out when I can, and just do the best I could. So let me give you guys a quick update on Ethan's condition. For those of you who don't know, Ethan is our 9-year-old son. He was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which pretty much means the left side of his heart did not develop. So instead of having 4 chambers, Ethan only has 2 chambers. And just recently, we visited his cardiologist in Wisconsin, and that cardiologist actually was the first cardiologist to see me ever from the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. So he's seen Ethan, and he's seen Ethan's heart since before Ethan was born, which I think is like so cool. We've had a pretty long relationship with him. So during his appointment, we went over Ethan's like MRI results from the Children's Hospital in San Diego.
What's that thing?
It vibrates whenever they need to tell me something. So when you're back there, if I need something, it'll vibrate.
So
if they
this
need
is
to tell
mine?
me something. No, it's mine. I keep it.
I'm excited now.
Excited? Why?
Because I'm just going to wake up in the popsicle room.
Yeah. Sit down. There you go. He did have an MRI of his heart and his liver. So from those results, his cardiologist in San Diego wanted to do a cath, a heart cath. Now, this procedure I knew was going to be scheduled during my husband's deployment. And not only would it be during my husband's deployment, also in San Diego, where I did not have any support for the most part. So I figured the best thing for me to do was to come home for my husband's deployment and for Ethan's next procedure. So that's pretty much the reason why we're here. It's for Ethan to have surgery and for me to be home with family while my husband is deployed. So we have not scheduled the date yet for Ethan's cath, but we will do that. Another thing we found out during his MRI of his heart, we did find out that Ethan is actually in very early stages of liver failure. I will have to list the exact medical term down below because I really don't remember. And this is very common. Like, a lot of people with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, a lot of adults with this syndrome do have problems with their liver. So this is not out of the norm. Ethan's liver has always been very enlarged. We knew that. The next steps with Ethan, because there's no cure for his heart defect, is a transplant. So now there's no telling exactly when Ethan will need a transplant. But we do know that we're moving in that direction towards him needing a transplant, simply because once his liver fails, he would definitely need a transplant. We wouldn't wait for Ethan's liver to completely fail before transplanting him, because you need a healthy liver for a successful transplant. So my thought was, let's just go ahead and transplant his liver now, since we know, his liver is an issue. We did go over all that information. For the most part, it's like a slow, it's a slow process. Some kids start with liver failure, and then they start with another condition called PLE, protein losing enteropathy, something. I have no idea how to pronounce it. Enteropology, and no, I'm saying anthropology. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'll list that down below as well. So it's like usually liver failure, and then the protein losing, PLE, whatever, and then of course issues with the heart, and then from there usually we'll say, okay, you know what, it's just time for us to go ahead and transplant him. We are going to try to get him as far out as possible, so transplant can be anywhere from next year to the next 5 years to the next 10 years. We don't know. We do know that his liver is starting in the beginning stages of liver failure, so we are moving in that direction. His heart function is not great. He's never had really good heart function, and we've noticed that over the years as well. He doesn't have a good squeeze. So with the liver failure and the decreased heart function, that's another reason why we are gearing up for transplant. Initially, my thoughts on Ethan having a transplant, it's just still something. We're not gonna do that in this video. We're gonna be cool. My thoughts on Ethan having a transplant. Okay, we're just not gonna go there because it's about to be waterworks. It's already raining outside. We don't need any more waterworks. For now, we're just gonna keep Ethan as healthy as possible. We're gonna pray for him. We're gonna hope that God continues to bless him with health and strength. The best thing we can do right now is just, keep Ethan on a healthy diet, allow him to play and exercise, as he can tolerate, and just let him live his best life. Like, that's just what we do. He lives a very normal life because he is on medications daily. He isn't exactly restricted from anything, but he wouldn't be able to do like competitive sports, but he can play sports. So that's definitely something we're going to do next year for him, is allow him to play some sports. And he's done really well. We also are doing, now that I'm thinking about sports, he also will be doing a, what is it called? Stress test. They're going to hook him up to the monitors. Doctors and nurses will be available or will be monitoring, and he will be on a treadmill, and they're going to push him, pretty good to see how much his heart can tolerate or how much he can endure physical activity. And that's going to also help us to see how well his heart function really is, how well he's actually doing. With the stress test, this is something he will do, I believe, annually. That way each year they can kind of track a trend to see, okay, he ran 15 minutes this year. Next year he ran 17 minutes, which would be great. Or he ran 15 minutes this year, next year he can only run 11. So it's kind of just to track and see how well he's actually doing. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with Ethan and Ethan's condition. The idea of a transplant and talking about transplant is a little bit too hard for me right now. It's not that I'm ready to accept it. It's we've always known that that was what would be necessary if he did go into complete heart failure. It's just that it's a part of him, you know, it's his heart, and just knowing that you're going to lose that part of your child is just, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna remain positive. We're gonna keep uplifting Ethan in our prayers, as well as, you know, all of our family, of course, and keep rolling with the punches. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go inside this school and grab my kids, so I'll see you in a little bit.
I didn't know. Thank you for helping me, sir. Ha! Jaden Smith doesn't like school. If everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have much more intelligent society. So it doesn't like school.
Guys, look how good I did it.
It's a cool one.
Look,
If you can't see, just see it.
Look, see it
If you can't see it,
we can see it. It looks good.
you can see it.
Good job. Ethan, you're done working on your workbook?
I'm finished.
What did you do?
I got mommy shark.
You drew mommy shark? You didn't want to use colors?
I moved colors.
That's not a color, that's a pencil.
There's no color right here.
Yeah, there isn't any color.
There's no color right here.
I know. I'm sorry.
There's color right here.
Yeah. Filled out our housing application, and I just sent it to my mom so she can print it at work tomorrow. That way we can apply for housing. A few short months. Another thing I just noticed, we are 1 subscriber away from 800 subscribers. Hey. Great thing we can give away. What can we give away? Love and support.
And Ian be giving away shirts.
Shirts? Which shirt, Ethan?
Uba. No. So, copyright. I'm just kidding. All
right, I'm gonna try to think of something we can do.
Look at my paper.
We'll give away this pink pencil. No, I'm kidding.
We'll try to think of something to do to celebrate making it to 800 subscribers. If you guys have an idea of what we can do,
I'm just kidding. I'm never gonna
looks
do that.
so swollen. If you have an idea of what we can do, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. That way we can check it out.
And guys,
My paper, Mom.
if you guys want to friend us on Roblox, check out Roblox. Friend us. Kids.
So hopefully we can make it to 800 by Friday. That's gonna be my goal. Go ahead, leave us a comment below, like this video, share this video, and we'll
Mom,
see
can you
you
help me
in the
sign
next
into
one.
YouTube?
Bye.
Ready? 199.
Kenji, put me on the vlog.
Oh my god!
I said let's put mommy on the vlog. No, don't put me on the vlog.
Guys, this is our grandma. Say hi.
What's that?
That was our first time.